Evening to the chat.
I'm gonna have me some fun. I'm gonna chew me some gum. Get drunk on rum. Hot dogs and buns. Billy, you know something. What is it?
I'm scared, Bojo.
Bullshit. You ain't afraid of no man.
There's something out there waiting for us. And it ain't no man.
Good evening, everybody.
Nice.
Hope everybody's having a good evening.
Characters is fun.
Hope everybody's having a good evening and ready to sit down and talk about this movie.
Sure.
Absolutely.
So, welcome, Shieldwall.
Hey, how's it going? Happy to be here. Thanks for having me on. I know I say this almost every stream, but still, that's my favorite intro. That's the best intro on the internet, in my opinion. It's really good. And I just realized that I had been here for most of those movies, so it's pretty awesome. Yeah, ready to talk about Predator. I remember seeing this in the theater, and we were just talking about the minigun scene a little while ago, and
Mhm.
yeah, Goodwin's right. The whole theater was erect. For the whole,
Yeah, I don't know why we need Viagra. Just show that scene. That will
Yeah.
cure whatever erectile dysfunction you have.
yeah, but it's a really it's a great movie. A seminal movie of the '80s. I think if you were to say pick a movie out of the '80s, there's
That
quite
kind
a
of defined to the 80s.
that defines the '80s. Yeah, this is one of those movies. It's awesome.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm glad to be here.
And Mando back from her adventures with car trouble.
Yep.
Welcome.
Yep. All last week, my car decided it just hated my guts. And I don't know why, because, I feed it, I water it, I take it outside. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Yeah, it's good to be back. Yep. Yep, the fire starter. That is true. I did not start. My car did not catch on fire, so that is not what caused it to do whatever it did. So yes,
Maybe it's jealous.
it could
Maybe.
be. It could be.
You
It,
never
it could
light
have
me
just
on fire.
right. Maybe I'll think about lighting it on fire next time.
Yeah.
No, I'm not actually going to do that.
And welcoming back Mr. Goodwin.
Hey, yeah, this as I was telling everybody when I rewatch anytime I'm going to cover this, I was like, oh, I'm rewatching it. I don't need an excuse, but I'll definitely take one. And my wife was just sitting and laughing because I was saying all the lines of this movie exactly on time because I've seen this movie so many times. This was really it was unorthodox for the 80s, despite what you think was like there's muscle men and got the guns and all that. But I mean, there's like 3 movies in here. You have the standard 80s action movie with Arnold to begin, and then it switches into kind of survival horror, and then it ends with a sitcom.
Mhm. Yeah, survival horror.
Love it.
Yeah, that's the main theme of this movie, survival.
And for the first time on the show, Sarge, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Good to have you. And welcoming back the oldest gamer.
Hello. Thank you for having me, Jacob. Yeah, I'm with Goodwin. This is, well, when we were discussing this earlier, this is, for me, is peak 80s. I don't need an excuse to rewatch this movie either, but I did watch it Sunday morning. And that opening scene, which we'll probably get to with the chopper coming to the beach, for me, it was very 80s. Everything that went on in the 80s, with Nicaragua and El Salvador, Grenada, it's immediately just taking me back. The feel of that is 1980ish.
Yep.
So if you're going to pick a film that like you were saying, if you're going to pick a film that was kind of an epitome of the 1980s, I think this would be the film. I'm not sure how many times I've seen this film, but I did also see this film in the theater when it came out. And I don't know about the everyone is erect, but yeah, that minigun scene, it's like gardening. How would I describe it?
I mean, it's trimming hedges.
It is trimming hedges, yeah. And trees.
Never been
and
more exciting. Landscaping the way it should be done.
Yeah, landscaping for dummies.
Yep.
I do, because Joker brought up a good point about Singapore, the 5 Bs. But to be like a quintessential 80s movie, when Dutch kicks in that door, it should have been a motel room with a large busted woman having sex, and he's just like shocked. Oh, I'm sorry, and then or he just walks through to go ahead and hit the other guys and doesn't care.
Yep.
Yeah. That scene, the producers came to McTiernan and said, "We want a bunch of explosions and gunfire," and he's like, "Okay." Only if I can do it in one big thing, and that was that scene birthed right there.
Well, they definitely got all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If it was like, Papa, can you explain the 80s to me? Be like, watch this movie.
That's right. Here. But you do have to edit in that when he kicks in the door that there's a woman. It's a hotel room, and they just walk through it to get to the
That's
Russian.
that's literally in
Commando.
Yeah.
When he's fighting Bill Duke.
Yep.
Yeah. So we
Who's in
just
that
need
movie,
that
and then he's in this
inserted.
movie. Yep. Oh, what? Didn't he just recently die?
Bill Duke.
Maybe he's alive still.
I
in
think
his
he's
80s.
still alive.
Yeah, I thought Bill Duke was still alive.
It's like 81 or 82 or something.
Oh, I thought he
mean
died
the
like a
Indian?
couple of years ago. No, Bill Duke, the Mac.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
Mac.
that. I know that the
Oh,
actor. That
you mean the
played Billy
guy
died.
with the minigun who reacted?
Yes.
I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Well, he is older than dirt. The one thing about like this, there's 2 movies that really annoy me that that the studio said, hey, we need to have this, is The Thing and this movie with the opening shot of the spaceship.
Yeah.
Because you steal the tension from both.
Yeah, if you cut this scene out, it's like, where's this movie going?
Right. Again, it would start out and you're like, oh, this is going to be action and this is fun. And then the transition to the survival horror and the idea of the predator would be a lot more. You would tend to lean more towards Anna's, idea that it's a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not that far off.
Yeah, but the problem is this gives it away at the beginning.
It's an odd looking ship too.
Yeah.
I almost wish they would have left it a mystery.
They keep that ship design though, I think, for the second movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it's the same ship.
Yeah.
Even, isn't it?
It's a
Yeah,
little
it might
different,
be.
but yeah, but it's pretty much that.
I mean, in the universe, I think it's the same ship.
Yes. Yep.
Wait, it's
Well, as
literally
we
the
find
same
out-
ship that's in Los Angeles?
I think so.
It's at least the same model ship.
Yeah.
Model of type of ship. We find out later that in that movie and some other movies later that they've been coming to Earth for a very long time.
Right.
Yeah.
And this scene is really good.
Yeah, this
too.
is awesome.
Why do we need to land over there? We land on the sandbar and take jeeps in.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Joker, not every single movie I like has lions, man.
Mando likes a film without lions.
But there is a lot of fires.
There's a Tyrannosaur in this.
Yeah, Bill Duke's still around. 82, as old as gamer said.
Yeah, all these, I think just about all these guys are
Carl
6
Weathers.
feet and over.
Oh,
Carl
6 feet.
Weathers is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't believe Action Jackson is dead.
I know. It's so bad.
Oh, we don't get the scene of Arnold lighting up the cigar in the helicopter, huh?
Oh, no.
Nope.
Okay. There it is.
There he had it.
I always appreciated Jesse Ventura's MTV T-shirt.
Yeah, me too.
Did anybody see the Oral Knots video from a couple of days ago, where they re-edited the Predator trailer, and the Predator is rickrolling them the whole time?
Hey, Blair. Yeah, haven't forgotten you, old friend.
There's a video of this particular cut where they're like clapping hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
When they're out there and it's him, Matt or Dylan is explaining, we're supposed to get in and out, nobody will notice, and then of course immediately it shows Arnold, releasing the truck and then all the explosions and all that, but he's on the phone to headquarters and he's like, no, so you're saying there's an alien like from outer space chasing you, but it's not actually killing you, it's just messing you. Yes, Blazer One, and then you just hear in the background, never gonna give you up. He just keeps the Predators rickrolling them the entire time.
Yeah, there's also the edit where they do this and it causes a nuclear
manly
bomb to go
men
off.
with manly biceps being manly.
Yeah, biceps they could have used to kill the Predator with.
Yeah, they should have just crushed the Predator between those biceps. It would have been great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goat, hi goat.
Hi, electric goat.
Hey, go.
Hey, goat.
Bounce across the river before they even know we were there.
Well, press X stood out on that. And then we get Little Richard. This pretty much guarantees that if I ever ride in a helicopter again, I'm going to have to bring Little Richard with me.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
You were in the army?
Long Tall Sally will be playing the whole time.
Yeah. You know what the funniest thing that one of the guys said in the chopper? He said the word faggot.
Yes.
Oh no.
Slack jawed.
Slack-jawed faggot.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's just
Those are
extolling the
the-
virtues
yeah.
of Red Man tobacco.
I'm
British
surprised when I
meatballs
rewatched
they
the movie,
have.
I didn't get a trigger warning message. Before
Yeah,
the film
it's-
started. Hey, the language in this film isn't indicative of like whatever, dude.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
1980s.
Yeah, I thought that Ventura was from Alabama or somewhere in the South because of that accent he had. But, man, I guess I was wrong when I looked it up.
He's from Minnesota, isn't he?
Yep, Minnesota.
Well, he was in real life. He was a Navy SEAL in Vietnam.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. Well, in the
Frogman.
Vietnam era. Yeah,
Right.
Frogman. Yeah.
Now this joke he tells here, should have given the people pause to get him to write a movie.
Yeah,
and
well,
correct it,
that's why they brought him in, was to punch up the script. And he did something
Yeah, I know.
similar.
Are you talking about this actor?
Yeah, Shane Black.
Yeah, he script doctored this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He
wrote.
also wrote the new one.
Yeah, he did The Predator.
So.
Yeah, but he's
but
also
that's
the same guy that ruined Iron Man 3 via the way he
Oh,
handled
yeah.
pandering.
Yep.
Instead of doing him by the comics, he chose to copy off Batman Begins. And
Yeah, I think what happened here is that you see Shane Black's work in the '80s when you get quality cocaine, and then you see him a little later when all you can get is street meth, and that's
oh yeah,
Drugs.
yeah, it's
Drugs.
a definite drop in quality.
yeah, he worked with Downey before on a movie called Kiss Bang Bang Bone
Mhm.
Retard.
The scene in the chopper with Jesse Ventura and the tobacco, that was pretty
Yeah.
typical of the 80s too. I knew
Yeah.
a lot of kids in late high school and early college. That's, that was the thing. Is I never did it, but you a lot of them were like, oh, come on, man, and you got the red man. It's like, no.
Nothing.
Yeah, although even in like that era, it was more like getting a dip. So it was more Skull or Copenhagen.
Yep.
Red Man was kind of an earlier era.
It was funny because I would see kids, they'd have the big old, chaw in their gums, but like you're right, then they kind of transition to the small packets and everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
I mean, even when
think-
I was in high school, like, granted, I grew up in the South, so like Skull and dip was all over the place.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people know of someone who has accidentally drank from a spit bottle.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I knew somebody would walk around with this spit cup, and it's like, are you kidding me? It's like, well, no, I gotta spit somewhere. I go, okay, yeah.
Spit on the ground like a man.
The best thing is if you got somebody that was used to like Skull or Copenhagen, go ahead and give them a chaw Red Man, and watch as they make the mistake of swallowing it.
Yep.
No.
Because Red Man will make you produce saliva
Yeah.
like you can't believe, as
Yeah,
opposed to just snuff.
I remember when I just joined the military, I'd never dipped or snuff or any of that kind of stuff. And somebody had long cut in the back of the truck when we were driving around, and they were like, "Hey, you want some?" And I was like, "All right, I'll try." It was terrible. I did it once and was like, "All right, I'm never doing that again." And then I tried, like snuff or whatever, and didn't like it. So
Yeah, I had my grandpa used to chew beech nut, and so
Off a
as
block?
kids, take the block, knock a corner off and all that. And so my cousin and I were about 4 months apart, and so we would always like pester him for it. One day he was like, "Okay," and he takes like a little bit and gives it to each of us. My cousin turned about 8 shades of green, and she immediately spit that out.
Yep.
And I was chewing it for a while, and I'm a tough guy or whatever, and I made the mistake of swallowing the juice.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
I also turned many colors and was not interested in eating for a while.
I remember that though. We had a couple of females in the military that dipped. One was an engine troop. So yeah.
One of my great grandmas kept a twist of tobacco and a paring knife in her pocket
Mm-hmm.
and would cut off a piece here and there.
Yep.
Wow.
Strangely enough, I went through a couple of different courses when I was in the military, and all the different uses that they had, like medicinally for tobacco, is pretty
They
big.
used it to deworm horses.
Yeah, that's why they always said if you were ever like captured, if you were offered tobacco, even if you didn't smoke, you should take it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they find the chopper. Pilot's dead. Pilot or one of the pilots is gone.
Well, the two people inside were dead, and they each had a bullet put in their head.
Yep.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and then the whole helicopter was stripped. You could see like it didn't have any boxes in it. Like
Yeah, it's just got all the
radios.
electrical
Yeah, it did.
connectors hanging.
Although
Mhm.
why they didn't cut it down from where it was at to do that, I don't know. I guess maybe they didn't want it crushed. But it was kind of cool that it was hanging in all the vines and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would make a lot of noise. That's one thing.
It's because they ain't from the South. Like where I grew up, like there were
Yes.
even girls that like did dip. Like
Oh,
That
yeah.
engine, that girl that was an engine troop, she was from Arkansas.
Mhm.
yeah.
So it explained a lot. It also explained, yeah, but the person who invented the toothbrush isn't from, or is from Arkansas, because otherwise it'd have been called the teeth brush.
Yeah. Yep.
I heard that it was made in Georgia, but okay, Arkansas is fine. Whatever.
Hey, that's how I heard the joke.
Yeah,
I like
this is also the introduction to this cover story is a load of shit. You had
Right.
Heatseeker, pretty sophisticated boy, a bunch of half-assed mountain boys, and the Poncho tells him it looks like a surveillance bird.
Yeah.
Well, things in this movie keep progressing sideways for Arnold because he, looks at Duke sideways at the beginning of the film, because with the tie or Dylan, excuse me, looking at him sideways with the tie and everything, and Carl Weathers totally has the CIA look, so he's
Yeah.
former military, and it said as much in the film, and as it keeps going along. It's like, okay, we're going more and more sideways on this. Is this really a rescue operation? And what the hell's going on?
Yeah, you already have the Dutch, telling the general, my team works alone. We all have our orders, Major. And but Dylan and him and Dutch have both served together.
Right.
They have
Yeah.
history.
Yep.
And then Billy shows up, and it continues to go sideways. So he's found other tracks with U.S. military boots.
Yep. 6 Americans.
Yeah, six people. Hey, now, the reason that what's his name, Carl Weathers' character
Dylan.
says that Dylan, yeah, he says it could be other guerrillas is because at that time we were sending a lot of American equipment to like rebels and all kinds of different groups down there.
Guerrilla warrior or guerrilla
right.
warfare, yeah.
And people were buying stuff on surplus markets and just shipping it down there to whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's why, that I remember there was like a news report or something about how the rebels in one of the countries that were kind of sided, the Americans were supporting, were giving them Korean-made boots, and they didn't like them because they only lasted about a month. When they really wanted American-made boots, because they lasted about 3 months. Yeah. Well, back then, Korea was where you went if you were in the military. If you went there, you could get a lot of stuff that was a lot of it pretty cheaply made.
Yeah.
You could get high quality stuff too, but for the price, you could get a lot of like book bags and backpacks and all kinds of stuff that were really cheap, and they were like knockoff brand names, like members only jackets and stuff. But they would fall apart within like a year.
Yeah, Korea in the 80s is like China was in the 90s.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So and before that, that's how Japan was in the 50s and 60s.
Yep. Yeah, look at those bodies, skinned alive.
And we
really
get our
went all out in the 80s.
This is the first time we hear the Predator when the birds are flapping their wings.
Yeah, we were talking about that before, and we were wondering where that is because Billy does hear it. You're right. That is when he hears the little dot. or whatever that
Yeah,
sound
it's
Yeah, yeah. Little
so it's
chittering.
before you
Yeah,
hear
that's-
them
that's,
caw. It's when he looks over he hears the birds flapping and it's right before he opens and sees the birds and everything.
Yep.
Which
and
to me is
that
a really
clicking
good.
sound is courtesy of the guy that voiced what's his name? Optimus Prime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Peter
thought it was like
Cullen?
maybe an animal sound they recorded or something.
No, no.
It's really good sound though, because that's also something. If just like the lightsaber and the motion tracker and Aliens, if you hear that sound, you know it's a predator.
Yep.
So we find out it's
Hopper.
Bill Hopper.
Jim
Bill-
Hopper.
Jim Hopper?
Uh-huh.
Green Berets out of Port Bragg.
Yeah.
They
weren't supposed to be here. Says
Arnold's
the
got
spook.
that look again now. Like, hey, a lot of these coincidences. We got, these guys on a Fort
Yeah.
Bragg. I don't know anything about it. And it's like, seriously, dude?
Right.
Oh, the good thing is that Carl Weathers in no way looks suspicious as soon
No,
as
not at all.
Arnold turns away. So,
Yeah.
perfectly believable.
Yeah.
Time to unwrap old Painless.
Painless out the bag.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name of the gun?
Painless.
Painless. There you go. I love it.
Time to let old Painless out the bag.
Yep.
Payback time.
Yeah, gotta get that shot.
Yeah. Ain't no way for no soldier to die.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Was Billy Duke like friends with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers? Because he appears in more than one film with these guys.
Yeah, I think they worked with him in a couple of movies and they liked him, so
Yeah.
they kept getting him back.
Because I recognize him from Commando, and I had to look it up because I wasn't sure. And sure enough,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was him in
Action
Commando,
Jackson, and
Yep.
so the dude's in a lot of like high-profile films with megastars.
He, if I remember right, Bill Duke was in like some black exploitation movies in the.
Yeah, he was in
70s,
this like in the 70s and whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then we see something's watching him.
Mm-hmm.
Peter
Some
Cullen.
heat vision.
Yeah. I'll bleed you real quiet. And leave you
Oh
here.
yeah, you ghosting this motherfucker.
Yeah, they're gonna infiltrate that the rebel camp now.
Yep.
And he fell on some logs or something, which again goes back to he's been out of the game for too long. He's rusty.
Yep.
Desk bound.
Your Bill Duke is not going to have it. Give me
Nope.
our position one more time. I'll bleed you real quiet. Maybe here. Got that?
We get
Arnold ass.
Arnold butt here.
Yep.
Yeah. They arrive at
Weapons
the
grade
camp.
buttocks.
Yeah, every Arnold movie. Get a shot of my backside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get my butt in that shot?
Yes, we did, Arnold.
Yes, Arnold. Yes, we got it.
So then he sees the guy waste one of the,
This is a guy who has been in a number of Arnold movies.
Oh yeah.
Running Man, being the one where he's the bodyguard.
Which character?
Richard Dawson's bodyguard. The one that says,
yeah.
I don't know, I
The
guess
American
steroids
dude.
make you deaf.
Yep.
Oh no, that's right. Also in Conan the Destroyer, right? Or the Barbarian.
Yeah, it's not the Barbarian.
Okay. We go now. By the way, the gun that Billy has with the shotgun mounted underneath it, that was the actual gun they tried. But it made the front end so heavy that they just didn't use it.
Yeah, we tried a lot of underslung stuff in combat. So we had the shotguns and then like early M203, which is what Arnold is humping around.
Yep. As movies go too, I like the fact that they're on a real jungle location in Mexico. A bunch of the scenes were
Yeah.
there's a famous waterfall in I think it's the Jalisco area, but in like Oaxaca and areas near Puerto Vallarta that apparently a lot of movie studios would go down there. But I like the fact that they're all tooling around in the jungle as opposed to a lot of films were using CGI. This is, it gives the believability of the film. Like I said, with the opening sequence being 1980-ish, you can believe that these guys are somewhere in Central America.
Yeah,
That's,
and they
yeah.
you also get, I mean, because they're in the jungle, so they had to clear out a lot of stuff to be able to
Right.
get enough light to
Yeah.
so the film would work. But you get that indirect sunlight, right? It's not just walk around where let's just make some jungle like things and not realize there's a giant canopy that actually filters all of the light, right? And they this does a really good job and kind of that green hell environment.
Look at all the guerrilla communist fighters that Dylan brought his troops over to kill.
Yeah. And Arnold throws a car at
Zach,
him.
what's up?
What's up, Zax?
Look, I think this is all a misunderstanding. This is just, I mean, these are craftspeople, they were making pictures and
Making
probably
pots
selling
and
it
stuff,
to
yeah.
tourists. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Sure they were. Sure.
this was the CIA making sure that they had a corner on the pot market.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because right now
Yeah.
pot was the big drug
They're
to,
not gonna
No, actual
manufacture.
pots. Didn't you see it?
Pots,
there was a
yeah.
picture
Pottery.
on the
Yeah.
table.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
open a pottery barn on my watch.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. If there's going to be a pottery barn, America is going to be in front on that.
Come on, we're just making pottery.
What, you got a license for that?
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, this is just our transport helicopter. It's how we get them to the market.
Yeah.
The fact that they even have a helicopter there was kind of crazy.
Well, it shows how successful pottery can be.
Exactly.
It's a very lucrative business.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're flying into those cities like Mexico City or Tegucigalpa, the pottery's not going to make itself.
Yeah.
You need somebody to do
Come
it.
on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Mexico
Yeah.
twice, but I've only ever been to like the desert part.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, from a tactical standpoint, let's have a firefight in the ammo dump was not one of the things that I would choose. Just
No.
Yeah, neither would I.
no.
There's
Oh,
a couple of scenes where they're shooting like barrels, and I was thinking about that. It's like, is that gasoline? Because the A team, there's about to be an explosion. So I'm wondering.
Yeah,
what's
well,
gonna
I
happen
think the barrels are blue, so you're safe. If they're red
Oh,
barrels, then they
okay.
are definitely blowing up.
Yeah. Well, that's how you know in
Boom.
video games if you're
Mhm.
supposed to shoot it with a guy standing next to it or not.
Yep.
That's right. Yep.
Yep. Just like in Red Dead Redemption. Red barrel means boom.
Yep.
Oh.
And
These
it's
thermonuclear hand grenades are very
got- I
impressive.
know it's got to have the giant '80s fireball
Yep.
attached to it.
Yep.
The other thing I
look at
noticed
that.
rewatching this, I don't know if Jay picked up on it, but I just mentioned the A team. There's a lot of fall scenes where they have that under camera view
Yes.
where the person's falling, and it's right. I'm like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot about this, but this is right out of the A team.
Yeah,
Except
the
for
A
fact that
team have
people are actually
just
dying.
they've hit one of those exploding barrels, and here goes somebody flying. Yep.
Yep.
Except if it was the A team, they shoot everybody, they blow stuff up, and no one really dies.
No.
Yeah, that's
no.
one difference here. People are actually dying here as
Yeah,
opposed
yeah.
to the A team, right?
Yeah.
And they don't have silver-plated folding stock M14s.
Mini
Yeah.
14s.
Yeah, mini 14s.
Yeah. Yeah, that office, he shot the hell out of those guys. And before picking up the documents and running into the Latina that they took with them.
Yeah, I'll point out that he just like hears somebody sneaking up and he throws like a machete, stick around. And then
Oh.
she manages to come like right up next to him and he just turns around and hits her with the butt of the rifle
I don't
because
know
somehow
what
he
she
knew.
was trying to do because she had the pistol out. She could have just shot him in the back.
Yeah.
No. Everybody knows that you need to get really close with a gun. It's not like they're a
Right.
ranged weapon or anything.
Oh yeah, it's just
Right.
like airplanes flying next to Godzilla. It's not like
Yes.
they can release their missiles a mile away.
Yes.
They
yes.
have to fly within arm's reach.
How about we just fire over the horizon on this one, shall we? No. We need to get up close.
That's why they're firing full auto, because they're very inaccurate.
Yeah.
You
Well, Arnold never puts anything to his shoulder.
No.
I mean, he does at one time have it stuck in like the crook of his bicep as he's walking along with it, but otherwise it's always from the hip.
Yep.
Yeah, here it is. You're bleeding, man.
I got time to bleed.
Ain't no time to bleed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got time to duck. He's dug in deeper than an Alabama tick.
Has anybody ever been bitten by a tick? Kind of sucks.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
it
I got
hurt.
plenty of ticks.
Yeah. Well, I had one that was digging into my back. I couldn't tell it. Granddad had the
Wow.
he had to light a like the end of a paper
Match.
clip at the end
Oh,
of it,
okay.
and he
Yeah.
heated it up and then poked it with it to get it to release.
Get it to pull out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is this the so you cooked up
Goodness.
a story and dropped us the six of us into a meat grinder?
Yeah.
Right.
That-
Yeah. This is right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the scene right
Yep.
there.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, Jay, I know you know all the lines, but how many memorable lines are actually in this film? I mean,
Oh,
like,
God.
could you think of 20
Like
or more?
Like almost all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, there's not a lot of wasted lines in this movie.
Right.
Everything kind of has impact, and because of both the characters and the moments that they're delivered, I mean, it just sticks, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
I cooked up a story to get you in here. My men were in that chopper. Your assets, expendable assets.
That's it. Yeah. There's no.
Skinned
And I
alive.
used you to get the job done. Got it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
There's
men are
no,
not expendable, and I don't do this kind of work.
Oh yeah.
There's no CW coffee sitting around
No.
talking segments in this.
No, there's no sharing of feelings.
Ain't got time to talk.
Yep. And again, everything I mean, Shane Black coming in and just punching up a lot of these lines, right? You know, like,
Yeah.
well, there's this valley, but this is really tough. That's not what you hear. Is there's a valley to the east, but I wouldn't wish that on a broke dick dog.
I like this part. He's like, come here.
Yeah. Over here. Turn around.
Yeah. Scorpion.
Yeah. It's like, thanks. Anytime.
You can see that they stuck the scorpion on some like gum or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's all you need in the military, though, is gum, duct tape, and a toothpick.
Well, they did that so that they didn't actually kill the scorpion.
Yeah, because it's still alive. And then
Right.
when he steps on it, the scorpion's turned 180 degrees.
Yeah,
it's
it's obviously like a little rubber one or something.
Yeah.
Get a nice shot of that shotgun on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a Mossberg 500 or an 870. I know it's side
Yeah.
ejecting.
Yeah, it's just basically the receiver in the barrel. There's no,
Yeah.
no stock on it.
Mhm.
Yep.
He senses something.
Yeah. Paranoid.
If you notice, right, in the beginning he had a shirt on. Now, as they get into it, as the movie progresses, they all have less and less clothing on.
Well, that's because it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see all of them are just pouring sweat.
Yeah, especially Bill Duke in most of his scenes. He's really
Yeah.
sweating.
Especially when he's shaving, when he's got the razor.
Oh, and he breaks it. Yeah.
Mhm.
His face. Yeah.
He has a scratch on his face when he does that. Did he really do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Off on his face like that?
Yeah. Either that or it had like somehow it put like fake blood on him. But I think he might have really went hard on it like that.
No,
you can
there's
see
I know that like when you see the blood, that's fake. It's just on the razor.
No, okay.
What about the line on his face? That's just from him pressing it on his.
Is that? Yeah. It's because he's pushing in.
Okay.
Yeah, these guys don't need packs.
They all have packs.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons
Billy,
he started
Billy doesn't
ditching-
get rid of his until the confrontation on the log.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons, like say it's hot, but as you're expending the ammo and stuff, and you realize that this is no longer a rescue operation, that you've been kind of scammed into this, you're starting to shed the stuff you don't need.
Yeah, well, they're on the run now, right? They've had their big
Right.
confrontation, and so now it's you need to exfil and you
Right.
do it quick.
And so I'm not going to wear the heavy army gear and stuff. I'm going to
Mhm.
wear as little as possible that's practical in the jungle because again, we're moving, and you mentioned like Bill Duke sweating a lot. So the real actors are sweating, but in a real life environment, you're going to remove those items because you no longer really need them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, they're probably all about 10 pounds lighter because all the ammo that they expended just in that fight.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Billy's like, there's something out there.
Something in the trees.
I guess it's nothing major.
Yeah, this is what you have to do. You have to walk up real slow.
This
to
is the
him,
one where
because
Arnie
he might
walks
go
up.
crazy, you know.
This is when Arnie walks up with the gun in the crook of his arm, just in his
Yeah.
bicep.
Because that's what you do. I
One
mean, he has
handing,
to show off his bicep somehow, some way in every movie. Like,
yeah.
must be shown off at least multiple times. I think it's in the contract that every action movie he did must have multiple shots of
Yes.
biceps.
And him like pulling something so you see his lats and all that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Arnold's looking for the bodyguard to protect him from this guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
It's like, I guess it's nothing.
Also, Bill Duke body shaming Billy. You know, that weird nose of his. But his nose seemed fine to me. It's a little flat, but you know. Well, Hawkins was the first one into the jungle, and he's the first one to die.
Yep. Man with glasses on after raping someone.
There he is.
Yeah, that's what she meant by the jungle coming after him.
It came alive. I've always wanted to like do a supercut of some of the lines in this to really make it hilarious, because you have his joke about his girlfriend's vagina. It was, geez, you got a big, and then I would want to switch it immediately to Anna going, it came alive and it took him. And so you just kind of string things together from all the lines.
It's like, I like what Pancho is like. Did you find him? It's like, I don't know. I can't tell.
And everybody looks at him like, what? They want Hawkins' body found.
In really quick succession, too. Two of their guys are taken out.
Yeah, because here's the thing where he's like, hold up. If it's one of the rebels, why didn't they take his radio,
right?
Or his gun? And that's when Dylan realizes Hopper. They did the same thing to Jim Hopper.
Yeah, because Dylan, the whole time Dylan's like, it's 2 or 3 guys running around out here. We just got to get them. And then Dutch is like, yeah, why didn't they take his weapon? Why didn't they take his pack? Because that's what they would have done.
Yeah, I like this part where you see the snake, and then it just follows the tree up, and you see dripping, and
and then we see Hawkins.
What's left of Hawkins?
Even when I watched, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Oh, you're fine. I was just gonna say, like this whole movie. I know it's called Predator, but like if you didn't really understand the premise of the movie, just by like how the bodies are presented, it's a way that you would like skin a deer or skin like some sort of animal that you're going hunting for. Like you can tell that this is a hunter going hunting, and you know, just today humans are the ones that are on the menu.
Yeah, I think it also, I mean, it's probably more of a universal kind of language in like the 80s for hunting, because there were a lot more people that were hunting. So they would recognize.
Unless you grew up in the South, and that's
what I mean. Is most people would have been hunting. The difference is that nowadays it's either very regional or much diminished. because you don't have nearly as much land to hunt.
I think
and
I
it's
don't know. I
not
think it depends on
busy.
where you live, because like there's a lot of hunting in upstate New York. There's still a lot of deer hunting. Ohio,
No,
West
not the
Virginia.
MTV shirt.
Yeah, not the MTV shirt. Out west, like in New Mexico, you can get like ibex tags and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but if you actually look at like the number of people, so
Oh,
it
right,
used
right,
to
right.
be
The
it used to be
overall
that
number
like
of people,
when I would go get a deer tag, I was in a lottery because there were so many people that were applying. Now I can just go get a deer tag.
right. Okay, I see what
Exactly.
you're saying.
Yep.
There are less people hunting. It's less universal. I mean, again, we went to school with shotguns and rifles, in our cars
Same.
because we had gone hunting before we went to school.
Or you'd go after.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it was in my high school. But yeah, like just seeing like what kind of like made me realize it was the way that previous dude's body was like dripping. Like that's how you would like
Bleed them out.
Yeah.
Bleed a carcass.
Yep, you bleed out a carcass.
Yep.
And the gut pile.
Yeah, you gut them and then you hang them and cut the throat.
But where's the Predator's truck so you can put it on the front?
That's the spaceship.
Yeah.
Tie it to the grill and drive it around.
Right?
He's going to do it to the chopper.
You see, what's his name's ribs sticking up? Blaine.
Yeah, I don't know why the Predator hated MTV.
Also, like this is
They didn't play
when we
his
start getting to
music.
like just indiscriminate like blowing of holes. Like that's where I'm like, wait a second, like a hunter, like we've crossed the line here. A hunter wants to like keep as much meat as possible.
This
like
isn't
you
about-
blow a hole in
This
something.
isn't
Like
about the meat, though. This is about the trophy.
Right.
I
So
know.
that's
no
where
meat involved in it.
Anna's description is the demon who makes trophies of men. Trophy hunters don't care about meat. They're just looking for the rack.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
For the pelt.
Yeah.
To me, that like blowing a hole in it would mess up the pelt, though. But
He doesn't care about it. All
He
he
doesn't
wants
care
is
about
the
the
skulls and
Yep.
Yeah, he was looking at Blaine. He was like, "That's got to be at least a 13-pointer right there." I think I got
Well, we'll get that scene later on with Arnold, where he's kind of looking at his head. It's like,
yeah,
ooh,
yeah.
you know,
It's like, ooh,
this might be a good one.
I'll definitely cash in my tag with this one.
Yeah.
This is a great moment for because you have the camaraderie of all of them together, so it's clear that they've served. But he's like, Mac, he was a good soldier. He was my friend.
Yep.
Which is a bit different. It is goodbye, bro. And then when he's talking to him later in the moonlight. And now is the first time that, again, if they hadn't revealed spaceship, we would have realized, oh, this thing actually has some technical stuff going on there. This may not be the spoopy.
I think that's a veterinarian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember being in the theater when the minigun scene and everything, and how awesome that was.
Well, yeah, especially when they come back and he goes, "We hit nothing."
But okay, this is the biggest plot hole. You got Billy looking around and all this. They didn't see neon green goo on a leaf, and that didn't spark anyone's interest or anything.
I don't think they saw it because Dylan, he takes the prisoner. She sees it, but takes her away right away, so that he doesn't even, his lack of attentiveness, he doesn't see it. And
Yeah,
so
I mean,
he takes her away from her. The other guys are in another location, so they don't see it either.
It's in one spot, and what they're doing is, okay, we're going to where we shot, because if we hit something, there's going to be a body there, not just some fluorescent green like you stepped on a caterpillar.
Right.
And they go, but the moment she has that, like, on her, she rubs it on her pants or whatever, I turned to my wife and I was like, well, so much for lying about being at the rave the night before. The glow sticks are clearly showing evidence.
Yeah, well, the glow stick stuff eventually goes out, but then
Yeah.
it leaves like a weird, like white kind of stain on
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
If you've ever cut open a glow stick and it also has glass in it sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a
Mhm.
glass
Mhm.
handle in it, so you got to be careful with that.
Yep.
But we used to use glow sticks like a lot when I was in the military.
Yeah, chem lights.
Yeah, the chem lights. We had boxes and boxes and boxes of them. We had little ones that were only about maybe, I don't know, a couple of millimeters big, and you could tape them on stuff. They were
Yeah,
really
do
tiny.
inspections.
Yeah, and
Yep.
well, you could put them like on next to light, like switches and stuff that you wanted to
Mhm.
illuminate, things like that. People used to put them in their mouth and chew on them a little bit. It'd be cool to go to raves and stuff.
Oh,
But if you chewed on it too much, you could break that glass. It would
Yeah.
Yep, and cut up your mouth. Yeah,
Yeah,
it could be bad.
Then you get to go to the rave at the hospital.
Yep,
yeah.
where the nurses will make fun of you.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It ain't no man.
and also the liquid itself is toxic if you drink it. So.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is the moment that you realize, we might be in a bit more danger than we thought, because Billy, who thus far has been really cool, is like, I'm scared. Pancho, he goes,
You ain't afraid of
bullshit.
no
You ain't
man."
afraid of no man. There's something out there, man. It ain't no man. We're all gonna die. Man's losing it. He's losing his school. There's 2 or 3 men out there, tops. Dylan
but
is
two-
definitely dedicated to the
Right.
idea there's only 2 or 3
Yeah,
guys.
it's like there's 2 or 3 guys running around out there. Yep.
Yeah. Well, and again, I mean, if you look at like Dylan's background, CIA, and you'd be running like, psyops and stuff like that. Yeah, you just want a small team that's going around and harassing and causing havoc. So everybody is kind of filtering it through their own experience and expertise.
But yeah, you're right. Billy saying that we're all gonna die. That's not good, because he's like the guy who's telling you before that there were 6 soldiers with American boots, and now
Yeah.
he's telling you, no, this thing ain't human. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Uh-oh.
They're attacked, but it was a pig.
Kill a pig. Could you kill something bigger?
Which I think the predator flushed that pig in there
I think so
to
too.
distract
Yeah,
him
I think you're right.
and took Blaine's body.
Yeah, I always assumed that from the very first time I watched the movie.
Yeah.
Like in the theater, I thought that was what was going on. Matter of fact, when I watched it in the theater, I pretty much got everything. Like I wasn't like confused about anything.
No, I mean, it's a fairly
Um,
straightforward story.
Unfortunately, the the person I was with was like, "What are they doing now? Why are they doing that?
Oh,
What are they doing
no.
now? Why are they doing that?" Yeah.
Why did you
Mm.
take a girl to see this?
Hey,
How did you know?
Because I recognize those questions.
I like this part too. It's like,
can't even
You speak
complain because my
English, don't you?
my side of the species would do that.
It's okay.
This-
That's what we're here for, is to answer questions.
Yeah, this
we make
This
us stand
shot-
good, or we
this
no
shot be-
left to go to the chopper.
Yeah, this shot, because of the key light that they're using to light up his face, always looked composited. It always looked like they just like cut out his head and floated it there because, like, for some reason they didn't have enough light or something like that. And then you realize, no, it's just terrible lighting in this one shot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're literally in a jungle. It's not a soundstage.
No,
So-
but it's look again. They're shining a key light on his face,
Oh, right,
and it's
yeah,
causing
yeah.
his face to pop out
right.
so much more than everything else. Because like this is much better.
Yeah.
It's just that one shot, and that key light really makes it look composited.
Yeah, they're doing all this. I always thought it was funny. They're doing all this work. The prisoner's just sitting there watching them.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why I was, and even in the ending part too, it's like he's just chilling, watching them make these traps, because it's not like they set them up real quick, you know.
He's sitting back watching. I wouldn't have done it that way. I would have done this.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that looks like a lot of work.
But you know, it moves the plot along.
This is also the mandatory beefcake scene, but
They all got their shirts off while they're pulling on ropes and stuff.
yeah, everybody's flexing up. But
Yep.
but that was part of like the background of this this movie is that Arnold actually had set up that he had a gym that he had access to, and so every morning he would go out and work out, and he would
Right.
then give any actor who didn't show up to work out total shit throughout the day. And so
Yep.
by the end, everybody is pumping iron or whatever. So this is like one of the last shots they did when everybody's at max peak.
Yeah. What's his name here? Bill Weathers did it at night when everybody else was asleep.
Yeah, because he didn't want to look like he was getting pressured into it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I remember right, I think Arnold did it early in the morning, right after
Right.
he woke up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, too, they don't know this thing is invisible yet.
Right.
So
Right. But they do realize
Still
he's
works.
using the trees.
Yeah.
I kind of had a minor crush on her when
Anna?
it lasted about a day.
Well, that's about as long as her career lasted.
Yeah, but I thought she was kind of cute in this.
So he actually cuts himself here.
I don't think he does because you don't see the wound.
Oh, okay.
Right. I thought he might. I know he pushes on it hard enough to snap it.
Yeah, but it's scored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like the handle.
Yeah, and there wouldn't have been a blade in it.
It's like, ooh, oops.
Oopsie day.
This is where she tells the story of the
demon who makes
demon.
trophies of men.
Yeah.
Also sets up some lore that gets ignored as the series goes on. Only in the hottest months does this happen.
Yeah, in the hottest years. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they have a pyramid in Antarctica.
Yeah, underneath the ice. Yeah.
I think I thought when I heard them say that it had something to do with like the rotation of the Earth, like where it was in the, you know what I mean, like how we only like rotate, but like the rest of the planets or something.
So no, it's about heat. It's purely about weather, and again, it's because the suggestion is that the planet they come from is much hotter.
Oh, right.
And so,
okay. Yeah.
Because remember, he's also having to breathe his own atmosphere.
I thought it had something to do with like where the Earth was, and so like it was easier for them to get there in by spaceship or something. I'm thinking too like Earth to the moon kind of thing.
Yeah, except these motherfuckers coming from an entirely different galaxy, so I don't think it's a problem.
Oh, he was literally right behind him when that trap went off too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what a great setup for the trap, because you see everybody relax when Arnold starts to turn around. You see, like Carl Weathers, he's leaning forward and then he kind of, sighs and leans back. And I was like, and now is when you're going to have something happen, because they're trying to lull you into a false sense of security.
Well, the interesting thing about this, too, is it suggests he wasn't watching them set up these traps.
Yeah.
Right, or isn't recognizing them as traps.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
and also that they're using natural materials, because they've kind of deduced that it can see the tripwires, and so that's why they're like knocking down vines and all that, and using that to make the net.
There he is. I'm coming.
I got you.
I
coming.
Like when it was flying through the trees, it was doing some like really weird angles and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
The way it was like jumping and hanging on and stuff. And you don't really get a good look at it until right now. This upcoming scene.
I'm going to chew me some gum. I'm going to drink me some rum.
That's great.
Yeah.
I was watching, it's been like a year ago or so. There was somebody who was clearly younger guys that were watching this for the first time and like reviewing it. And they didn't understand that he was saying, I'm going to have me some fun, and that he's referring to the song.
Yeah.
Their confusion, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what are we doing?
Have you seen the meme where the entire movie is shown in a GIF? It says, kids these days watching the Predator. It's all just like little fast slides and stuff. Yeah.
There they are, hiding inside the bush.
Past them trees. I see you. I
Yeah.
see it. Yeah, I see it.
It's just like chilling up on a thing. I don't know. Maybe it didn't see him setting the traps because it was sleeping or something.
I think it's here just trolling now.
No, here he
Right.
sees them both. He clearly sees them both.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing is I don't know if there's markedly a difference for the predator between day and night with the way its vision works.
Yeah, with heat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's that?
This is so disappointing. Because, I mean, Mac, you're wanting Mac to get, at least a shot at revenge because he's going to I'm going to cut your name into him. And nope, I'm just going to get my head blown up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it do end like that, though.
Yeah.
He's like standing right over him too.
Yeah. But I mean, look, Mac's a little Richard fan. He loves Blaine in his MTV shirt. They're bros. Come on. Give my man a chance.
This guy's just had a tree hit him. He's like, I can make it.
I can make it. He's busted
Every
up pretty
single
bad,
rib in
Major.
his upper part of his body
Yeah.
broken in 3 places.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah. It's only a flesh wound.
This part of the movie gives Carl Weathers the mini redemption story arc where he's going from a total CIA tool to being the friend that he was to Schwarzenegger in their previous, military excursions. That, no, you guys get to the chopper, that he was going to deal with the Predator.
Yeah. We both got scores to settle.
Yep.
And again, he works with Mac. Okay, if we do this, we work around him, we can get him or whatever. And then,
yeah.
And of course, that the Predator, in order to get Carl Weathers' attention, does the turnaround.
Yeah. Over here.
From Mac over here.
Mm-hmm.
This part where it's running, it's like, oh.
And this is when you shouldn't get fancy with unslinging your weapon.
Yeah. And he gets taken out.
Yep.
He was already gone the minute his arm came off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least you might be able to get a couple of shots in. And here comes Billy. Billy ain't having it no more.
Nobody.
Yeah. Making himself a target. Shit.
Well, he's got his medicine bag and he's going out and he's like, nope, I'm going out facing
he's
my
gonna-
enemy.
Yep. Face his enemy and
Yeah, and it shows how fast it is. You hear him scream, and then like seconds later,
Yeah, it's in the tree.
he's on him again.
Uh-huh.
I also people were like, what happened? Did it shoot his arm and it got hurt? It's like, no, it blew the gun in half.
Yeah, you see the gun come in half when he's holding it. Come on.
Yep.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah, this is when he says it. When he's
chopper.
Yeah.
"Get to the
Get
chopper."
to the chopper.
Go now. Get to the chopper.
This is also
Yeah.
when he realized that if you didn't have a weapon, the predator wouldn't hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was
You weren't armed. No sport.
Yeah.
I like this part. It's like, oh.
Yeah, this is like the one. There's one shot here where it's clear that either they were having to use a backup camera or they had the wrong film because they're doing the slow mo as it's falling through the air, but the grain is so bad that it's like this looks like it's either 16 millimeter or you didn't have proper high speed film for.
Also,
Yeah.
when he
Right here.
that shot, right?
Yeah.
That was. Or I think they had a backup. You were right, a backup camera, and something
Yeah.
probably went wrong with the original
Yep.
position. And this was just
No, this is
almost
just
like
found
it's a
footage.
documentary or something, right?
Yeah.
Found
Mhm.
footage. Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering if this was like this was the Dailies film.
Oh,
You
right.
know, so you have
Yeah.
a second one to just kind of get the idea that, okay, did I do it or whatever? And that
Yeah.
when they got to the edit room, they were like, uh-oh, we didn't, the main camera jacked up somehow.
Yeah. And also the initial shot where he comes off the cliff, it's super bright out. And
Yeah.
looking down at the water, and down here it's like, very gloomy.
Well, yeah, it's because you're down in the valley.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Arnie, terrible acting here. So the idea is that he's exhausted and it's like he's gonna, he's blowing out the air and putting his face down, except he's holding his breath and his cheeks are still puffed out. And it's like, Arnie, you can't hold your breath without puffing your cheeks out. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And then presumably the predator would know that getting in the water was going to short his stuff out, but maybe he just didn't care.
You don't care.
Yeah. And they
I
say
mean,
that
like,
it was
if you
water
were gonna
that
face
made-
like a deer or something, like, would you care?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think he's also. I think the predator has buck fever. He's okay. I've got my game. The big game. This is the one I want, and
The money shot right there.
Yep.
And this is proof that if you wear blackface, you can't be seen by the predator.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Trying to get a lock on, but couldn't see him because of the mud.
Yeah, which is a whole lot of sus because he actually sees through wood.
Didn't like Mythbusters or somebody try this out and it actually worked?
It'll
Like,
lessen the heat signature,
Well,
but
cool
understand
your
he
body down.
sees through a tree
Yeah,
to see the possum,
Yeah.
right,
and his eyes would be glowing with heat.
right, and his breath too. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hi, cannoli.
Hey, sup, cannoli.
You are cannoli. Take me as your trophy. There's another thing where it's so Arnold, like when he's backing up, he reaches up on his chest for his knife and it's not there, but somehow it returns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed that.
Yep, because that's
One
why
of those
he
knives,
then
yeah.
like ducks under and like wraps his arms around the trunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd agree with. I mean, Jameson. Yes, this is the best Yachua character design. The worst thus
Yeah.
far is in Prey, where we have Jeremy, the special needs predator.
Yeah.
However, we do have Badlands coming up, where we
out,
have
and
Soy
that was
Predator.
Gosh.
I think you're looking
Oh,
forward to
yeah.
that one, Jay. I
Yes,
think you were,
yes.
I'm
The
convinced
Preditlet. I've decided to call it Pat the Preditlet because I can't decide what gender it is because
It's
Pat.
got to be. It's got to be a female predator.
No, I
Yeah.
think it's just like a soy boy. It's
Yeah, it's a
you
soy
know,
predator. Soy
yeah.
predator.
It's the Timothy Chalamet of predators.
Have they?
Yeah, we thought the puppy dog eyed ones in AVP was bad, but nope.
Have they actually ever shown a female predator before?
I think
Not
only in the
in-
comics.
Okay.
In the one of the newer games. What is it?
Mhm.
What is the game called? I can't remember what it's called. Predator something. There's a female predator in it.
Okay.
Disney employee.
Yeah. I saw that. What was it? Killer of Killers. That was terrible.
Yes, it
Oh,
was.
that was.
And then Prey was terrible.
Yep.
Like how the predator
Now-
died at the end was silly.
I didn't mind the. It wasn't great, but I didn't mind the samurai one. But the other two were stupid.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Samurai is the least worst. It is still
Yeah.
bad. But
Yeah,
it
it's
is,
still
but it is the
bad,
least
but
worst.
it's the least. The airplane one was
Yeah.
complete nonsense.
Yes. Also, again, remember, only in the hottest months does it come. So it shows up in the middle of an ice storm
Yeah,
in
right.
Vinland. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That one could have been, I don't know, if it was a little different. I mean, I didn't have that much of a problem with the art style or anything. It was just the story was bad.
I mean, I didn't like the fake
Really?
low keyframe rate. Look, we're anime, and I was like, all of this is 3D. Stop it. You can do this at 30 frames per second.
Right.
Up
There he is ripping the spine out.
Out of Billy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Got my trophy.
Yeah, took his head off and made a trophy out of it. Oh,
Actually, so Timothy Chalamet is Timothy Chalamet, but I just recently we rewatched the second part of Dune or whatever, where he's giving the speech, and in the that gathering, he was pretty good in that. I was actually more
Yeah,
impressed
he's-
that he wasn't terrible. He actually
He's
was
not
like,
a bad actor. It's
Yeah.
just
It's just that he's Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Yeah.
remember in Dune, he's supposed to be playing like a 15-year-old.
Yeah,
And he
so
looks it,
makes
except
sense.
he's supposed to be a grown-ass man somehow.
Yeah.
That was why my wife, when we were watching we're watching Predator, and she's like, look at what they've done to the Predator. Why is this one so soy? And I was like, well, because look at Arnold, and then look at what we have now, Timothy Chalamet. You have to shrink everything, So
Yeah. Yep.
The Predator's like, my precious.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, the originally wasn't Jean-Claude Van Damme supposed to be in the suit?
Yeah. My avatar is actually the original design for the.
Oh,
Predator.
yeah, that's what it is. I thought it was a raccoon at first when I saw it.
Well, they're similar, yeah. But
it was like a bug looking.
Yeah, it's like a mantis, like a praying mantis kind of thing.
They actually used
glad
that
they changed
design in what was it, Predators, where they like wake up and they're parachuting on a planet.
Uh-huh.
They actually used that design for the alien as one of the other creatures on the planet.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's like the head of the dog things that come out.
Yeah, I remember that now. That was that movie was probably the best one since 2.
Yeah.
Well, that's damning with faint praise, but
it is. But I mean, but still,
of all the hemorrhagic fevers, that one was probably the one you want to get.
The other ones are just hot garbage. I don't know.
I was going to say the scene with the skull there. He's obviously collecting trophies, but where he's rubbing the skull like that, I'm wondering if it's more precious to him because Billy stood up against him.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's like place of honor because of the way that the combat happened, and that's what we kind of learned from the Yachas, that they're very much an honor based society.
Yeah. And now Schwarzenegger roars to get the Predator to find him.
Yeah, let's go full animal instinct. Right, because again, all the modern weapons, all the modernity in your training and all that didn't help you at all. It's time to get medieval on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's a challenge too. So I think he understands that, because otherwise the Predator could have killed him at any time.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the part where he's like hiding and he realizes, oh, he's behind me.
Yeah. It's like, maybe I shouldn't have chosen the obvious tree that gives overlook of everything, because it will also see that tree. I can see everything from that.
I do like the fire, though. It's a good distraction. He's obviously learned that he can't see heat, or, because of the mud. So I'm going to leave this fire burning. Now, he doesn't really realize to what extent. And like you say, going to the one position that probably the Predator would want to go to as well. But the fire is a nice distraction, figuring that he's going to be focused on that and not on me.
Yeah, maybe it'll wash out his vision.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the Predator is smart enough to understand physics and figured out the angles, and was like, I think it came from over there. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. I do like the weapon that Arnold made, though, with the gunpowder,
wrapped in the leaves.
Tip of the boat, yeah.
Well, because again, they thought that the reason that the Predator was able to get through all of their traps is because of the tripwires, and so it's like, okay, I need to make everything as natural as possible.
Yeah, I like this too. He sets a trap with his blood.
Yeah, again, because it's smart hunter on smart hunter. He's like, hold up, wait a minute.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right here.
That's right. So it's like, here, let me hold this for me. I gotta go. Oh, the black base washed off. Now he can be seen.
Like, where did he go?
Yeah. I'm right here.
Right here.
Right behind him.
Nice, sizing up his skull.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna get no, as soon as I saw like where that blood was or whatever, turned to my wife and I was like, "Oh, that's a high ankle sprain. He's gonna be out 6 to 8 weeks I
At
think."
least.
Yeah.
Mhm.
God, one ugly.
But you do have a wonderful singing voice.
Another thing, this predator design, the way his mandibles open,
Yeah.
they cast it with its mouth closed. So when it opens its mouth, it looks real. It looks like an actual creature.
Yeah, they actually
It
have folds in
stretches.
the skin, yeah, and all
And
that. Yeah.
after this one, they do it open, and you can
Yeah, you
really
can tell.
tell.
It also gets more and more plasticky as
Yeah.
they go. And then I mean, the second one has the vagina mouth thing, which is like, wait, where did that come from? We need to talk about this a minute.
Yeah. And then it gets so dark you can't tell what's what.
Yeah, ABP 2, which is I still haven't seen that movie.
Not me neither.
I mean, I've watched it several times, but I've never seen it because they didn't bother to light it.
That is that the one where the hero's some like ex-con guy or something?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
they crash at like a Colorado town. The
yeah,
thing
it
is like from what I can hear, having
it was
watched the movie
terrible.
several times but not seen it, it's a much better. It's certainly better than AVP, which is okay. We're gonna have aliens and xenomorphs and Jenga, and let's just play all of those together,
Yeah.
shall we? But the idea that okay, these things show up in a small town. Watch how quickly everybody gets wrecked. Yeah, that's exactly how it would go.
Yeah, but they ruined the lore. It was like
They did that in ABP because you have the I'm impregnated by the xenomorph. 8 minutes later, suddenly here comes Chestburster. That's not how it worked.
right. But in the other one, what didn't they like put multiples inside a pregnant woman or
Well,
something?
that's because you have the
Yeah,
pred alien.
that was-
So you have a
Right,
predator
yeah.
or alien that has come out of a predator, and because the aliens sneak the DNA from everything, I'm like, okay, well, all bets are off then because it's pred alien. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just that movie was terrible. It was
How do you know? You haven't seen it either.
The only thing good about that movie was I was surprised they actually went ahead and killed a kid. That was it.
Well,
Yeah,
more
the
importantly,
wolf one- the
they
wolf
go into
guy
a
was
maternity
kinda cool.
ward and go, you know what? We're going to use this as body horror. And I was like, oh, I'm here. Let's go.
Yeah.
I do like the predator in that one better.
The predalien or the
No, the
predator that comes to
wolf.
hunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he doesn't come there to hunt. He comes there to, stop an outbreak and just kills everything in
Yes.
his path.
Yes. Again, it's not my pet Terminator. It's not my buddy. It's not my
No.
pet. No, I'm here to wipe everything out.
Oh, you thought you trapped me, did you?
Yeah, again, but this is the Arnold's mentality thus far has been, okay, it's a hunter, but it's he thinks he's kind of primitive in ways, and so I'll get him with these traps or whatever. But when it looks at that, it's like, nah, bro, you've got me enough times, so I'm not coming this way.
They're playing chess.
Yep.
And Arnold's like, it's better to be lucky than good.
Yeah.
And that little stick with that little notch was holding that giant thing up.
That's right.
Yeah, and it crushed the predator.
Arnold can do anything, man.
Look,
So-
all you need are about 8 different triggers operating under different tensions, and then you can make it work. It's,
Yeah.
That's how
Here's the
vines
other
work,
thing.
right?
This thing wiped
Yeah.
out his entire squad, and he didn't crush it. Which then gives it an opportunity to blow itself up. I mean, the little arm thing was pretty cool. And I was like, ooh, even in the theater when I was seeing it the first time, I was like, that's a countdown. I was like, that's a bomb.
yeah. Run!
By the way, the clips that I've played that are redubbed, I suggest you go watch that. It's hilarious. Arnold has a overly feminine voice.
Of course. I would want it as Arnold as a Southern woman. What the devil are you?
He's like,
And then it's like,
is that an alarm? Are you setting an alarm?
No, sees it start counting down. Well, bless your little heart.
Yeah. Having a nuclear bomb on his wrist.
Well, who among us hasn't had that once or twice?
Oh, exactly. The laugh that the Predator has here is pretty diabolical, too.
Yeah, reusing Billy.
Yeah.
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 And then he gets maniacal. It's like, oh, Billy got into some of the white powder.
Yeah, that sniff powder.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Billy. Oh, let's calm down now. That is that's the guy who's actually playing the Predator.
Yep.
Kevin Peter Hall.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
You mean the pilot?
Yep. Yeah, this guy with the glasses on. Yep. Right here. Not the other guy with the
porn stash.
Yeah. Looked like he was from the 70s or something. And then Arnold is like just covered in like soot.
Because
he getting ashy.
I know I've looked
he was in blackface and now he's ashy. I mean, it's all understandable.
Yeah.
He's like, I know I've looked better. Yeah. But at least my biceps are still good.
That's right. Yeah. Notice my traps? I hope they have lotion on that chopper.
Like I don't know if that was necessarily a nuclear explosion or it was just like a
it's like an implosion. The way that it sucks things in.
Yeah. Well.
And then the playing the trumpets, the same thing they played when Blaine was dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be back.
Oh, the music. Yeah, the music for this especially.
And now we go to the sitcom.
Yeah. The sitcom. Let me tell you about my best friend.
Now, I was thinking of Show Me That Smile Again.
Yep.
I always like this at the end where they do this kind of thing with the characters to show you who they were.
Yeah, but again, this is like sitcom intro.
Yeah.
Right? It's like what you would do with like Friends.
It's every one of these is Show Me That Smile Again.
Yeah.
It's like the Three's Company.
Yeah. Family Ties.
Family Ties, yeah.
See? Everybody's smiling.
They're all smiling. They're all looking at the camera. But then when we get to Arnold, his was just like a cut.
Yeah, it's just a cut from something else.
I mean, who wouldn't want to see a sitcom with all these guys?
Let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm
not sure I've seen her in any other movie.
Probably didn't do anything else.
Well, Blue Beetle was the last movie I've seen Elpida in.
Really?
Oh, she was in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Critical Drinker even recognized her, and it made Tyro Magnus shocked and surprised too.
Arnold here's like, I don't break character till the DVD commentary.
Yep.
You got time for cameos.
Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger was quite the role model for Hollywood and entertainment to model some characters in various games and stuff right after, including stuff that you see on the PlayStation and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Arnold was as close to like a live action superhero as you were going to get.
Yep.
I mean, he was just insanely, large. Lou Ferrigno, probably the only other guy that you're going to see.
Roids will do that too, yeah. Roids.
Looks well. I mean, again, when you Ferrigno in the '70s as the Incredible Hulk was oh my gosh, that is a big man. But Arnold, if you look at like his early work, that man can't act. In fact, during Conan the Barbarian, John Milius essentially told him like how to pronounce everything, exactly what to do in scenes. So it was basically like John Milius puppeting a giant Arnold puppet around to get those scenes. And it got to the point that James Earl Jones went up to Milius and was like, "Could you direct me that way?" And Milius just looking at him like, "What are you talking about, James? You're crazy. You're actually an actor." And he's like, "No, it would be so much easier."
Yeah, a lot easier.
But yeah, then you have, I mean, Arnold. This is really like peak Arnold. Everything after is kind of either like retreading the past with T2 or him going more like comedy type stuff. You know, with True Lies and when he's pregnant and twins and things like that. It's just
Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, you don't have the kind of epic superhero idea. And really, this is like the first movie that undermines that idea of Arnold just being able to destroy anything that's put in front of him.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say pretty close to this, like Total Recall. I mean,
Total
it's
Recall
kind of hard.
is cartoonish.
Well, but it's kind of hard to outdo yourself. Like you say, once you've reached the point of being able to, like say, he can't destroy everything in this film, but you get Terminator and then Terminator 2. Like say, I was kind of looking at his list of films earlier before we started, and it's like, yeah, no, he kind of trailed off after this.
Yeah,
it wasn't that they were bad films; they just weren't his peak.
Yeah, well, again, the mystique of Arnold starts to wear off a bit because I think he has to break out of just the action genre, which is what this movie does for him. But yeah, there's kind of a follow on, but there's a certain amount of like either cynicism or sarcasm in some of the stuff he does too. I mean, Last Action Hero was just loaded with it,
right?
Yeah.
I wonder if that hurt his career because you say, well, you get pegged in films, but it hasn't hurt Jason Statham. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just it's like, oh, okay, is he going to be a CIA agent or what's his role? Because he's always a former SAS agent or whatever. But you mentioned like Twins, and I mentioned Kindergarten Cop.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have preferred to see more action roles out of him, like true action roles in the model of like a Bruce Willis, where although he kind of deviated too with some of his films.
Well, but he started in comedy.
Yeah,
right?
he started in comedy.
Yeah.
But Last Action Hero and True Lies, you're gonna hate me for this, but I don't like either of those movies.
I don't either.
No, I liked it originally, but it's worn on me as the years have gone by. Where
I just
like this film, where you can watch it, like, no, I'm really excited about watching it again.
Right.
I can't say the same about True Lies.
And I think Arnold did really good in Kindergarten Cop. Like, I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, but again, the part of the reason that works is because of the work that Arnold did in the 80s.
Right.
The idea of this guy that just kills everybody and destroys everything, and then him having to deal with children. But that's that undermining, and then True Lies. That's as we covered it on Masculine Mondays, and it's the movie where Arnold cucks himself. That's disturbing. And then you have Last Action Hero, which is basically him kind of mocking his how he came up and what made him famous. And I think that a lot of guys that are like really ambitious are not satisfied with just like, okay, this is my stereotype or the kind of roles I'm in, and they always want to go bigger and go better. And Arnold goes bigger, but I don't know that he's ever quite as successful.
No.
And even with like T2, where it was like My Pet Terminator, where he's not the bad guy, he doesn't kill people, as opposed to like the Terminator, where he is terrifying in that, right? And the idea that somebody like Arnold decides to start coming at you and good luck putting him down. Yeah, again, I mean, it was that idea of him as like a living superhero, and he undermined that for his career. Now he probably would have had to, because the 90s moves away from, it really becomes like edgy theater kid in the 90s, where everything is sarcastic or cynical.
Yeah.
Well, I think he realized he was going to have to evolve, and I think he was just trying to get ahead of the curve.
Yeah, that's why I said, I don't know that he realized he needed to evolve. I think what he wanted to do is he wanted to be in bigger things. He wanted to transition to different things. It just happened to happen that it worked out timing wise, because the entire movie industry kind of goes into like meta mode in the 90s, edgy kid kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny with his later films going back to Terminator with all the rehashed films.
Yeah, well, I think again that I'm going to transition to comedy and all that, and I was like, no, you're not. And so he abandoned the action thing, but then had to go back. The problem is that he had helped do some of the destruction to the action movies.
Right.
Yeah.
You played yourself.
Yeah,
so imagine you're what's it? Jean-Claude Van Damme, and you get to the set, and then they give you. Hang on a second. I'm pulling
You're
up.
gonna have to run around in this red foam suit.
Where is it? And they give you an orange suit to run around in. Where is it? There it is.
It's down there. I can see it. Oh my gosh! You run around looking like
yeah.
Plus, his head was covered up, so nobody would know he was.
Yeah, and I don't know that the Predator was going to be doing a lot of splits, so you really wouldn't be able to figure out it was Jean-Claude. But I mean, this would have been filming before Jean-Claude hit it big.
Yeah,
because Bloodsport doesn't come out until '88.
Right. Yeah, he was unknown pretty much, unless you were like into like the, I think he might have already been in some martial art magazines or something by this point.
Well, he was a dancer.
Yeah, or something like that. Because I remember, like after Big Trouble in Little China came out, I remember seeing a martial arts magazine somewhere that had him in it, and then a bunch of stuff about that movie.
Yeah,
and or maybe was it Last Dragon had come out, and there was a magazine with that in it or something. Anyway, he was in one of those where I that's where I first heard his name ever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not in Big Trouble, and I don't even remember.
No, he's not. What I'm saying is in a magazine that I bought to look at that stuff, he was in another.
Oh, he was also in another.
Yeah, he was in it somewhere.
Yeah,
right. In the magazine. That's where I first heard his name.
Yeah, I think Last Dragon was after Big Trouble, so
might have been. They're pretty close together, but those are both also great movies.
I mean, Sho'nuff, the Shogun of Harlem.
Sho'nuff, I know. Who's the Shogun of Harlem?
Sho'nuff. Who is Bruce Leroy?
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
To Jay's point about the peak in the 80s, so I'm looking at his 90s films. So you got Total Recall, Kindergarten Cop, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Last Action Hero. Not only picking the big ones, because he's got some ones in between that are I don't even recognize. True Lies, Junior, Eraser, Jingle All the Way, Batman and Robin, and End of Days.
Well, Batman and Robin had to have been where much of his star power started to dwindle.
No, it was before that.
Before that, yeah.
I didn't. Most of those movies I don't care for.
No.
Junior, that was terrible. Twins was kind of okay. My favorite part of that movie is where it's at the very end, and they were like, "Yeah, well, I don't know what we're gonna do with these $2 million. Yeah, that was a lot of money. $2 million. It was actually $4 million. And no one knew that but them. So they took 2 out and said that they only found $2 million.
Yeah.
I mean, Eraser, the best part of that's near the end of the film when he's firing the rail guns and
yeah, that had some decent, that thing that shot out all the drill bits it was like a grenade that shot drill bits out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Wow. What in the world is that?
That is the predator from Prey.
Is
Oh,
it
wow.
Jeremy? Oh, Jeremy.
It's
Oh.
Jeremy.
We got Richard
Really?
Howdy.
That thing is terrible. That was
Wow. Yeah,
the
ugly.
movie, like the first like 2 seconds of it, I was like, okay, this might have some potential. And then it was just garbage,
Yes, it was terrible. But again,
And which movie is that I didn't see?
Prey.
Prey.
Prey. Wow.
Yeah.
That's the one again. We were. So I everybody keeps telling me that I'm the one that named him Jeremy. That's not true. I did popularize it amongst a certain set, but the original person that did was Professor Tosspot, where he was reviewing it, and he's basically like, and look at this, and it's like all the predators just go, okay. You go there. Bye, Jeremy. It's great. Go ahead. I'll never see him again. Right? And just fly away and just leave him.
So
Because
he's
Jeremy's clearly the special needs predator that
He's
they're
got to ride
tired
the
of.
short spaceship.
Wow.
Yeah, he's riding the
this
short
predator-
ship. Yep.
The original Predator's like, yeah, that was my distant cousin. He was retarded. We left him with the Indians. We thought he could handle the Indians, but
One of the
he killed himself.
one of the
Yeah, a
funniest-
girl beat him.
Yeah.
one of the funniest things I had to do was when I was stationed in Japan is explain to people what the short bus was, because they don't do that there,
Right.
So and it's like, well, it's a little bus, and that's
Yeah.
and
Quite
it
a
always leaves and arrives at school before like the other buses or after or something, and never on the same time.
Yeah.
And it was. Yeah, but just because I was using it in conversation with other people and they didn't understand what that meant. You say, "Hey, this guy takes the short bus." We all know what that means, but
Right.
they had no idea. They were like, "What are you talking about?"
I've actually had people do that when when something like, no, it's a special whatever, and I was like, it's very special, and they're like, what? Yeah, I mean, and I was like, no, very special means something
Special.
different.
Something different. Yeah, exactly. Special ed.
Yep.
It's not a special delivery. No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
A very special delivery is when you don't want to answer the door for.
Yeah, that was interesting, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, what's the last thing he's been in, Arnold?
We'll see. It was he was the cop in the town where the Mexican drug
Yeah, the
lord
Mexican
was trying
border.
to escape
Yeah.
through.
That movie was
Was
not
it-
good.
He was,
Was
in
it
one of the
stupid Terminators.
Oh,
Yeah.
the last Terminator, that was the garbage one.
Right.
they
Oh,
were-
yeah,
Genesis.
that one.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
brought
that's
him
pretty
back.
much
And,
the end of.
Dark Fate.
Yeah.
Dark Fate to me was pretty much the end of Schwarzenegger's star power to me.
Well, it was done before that. It was sadly they just kept trucking him out.
But
And,
the whole,
He's in
that's when
Expendables.
yeah, he's in Expendables.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dark Fate is the one where he becomes Carl, the guy who does curtains. And
Yeah.
and oh, by the way,
Just
he's
saying
married,
that out loud,
I know, and also that he's married to a woman, and I was like, do you realize that Terminators weigh like 500 pounds? Is she just riding him the whole time? Is that how this works? It's
Probably.
and then
It's science.
they brought Linda
Mhm.
Hamilton back for that, and
and she's an angry woman who hates
Yeah.
childbirth and is the patriarchy and all that. Yeah.
right, yeah, exactly. And it was like, what? And then of course they're like, oh, John
then
Connor, the hero of the other movies. Yeah, screw that guy. We don't need him.
Yeah,
Well, they
Yeah.
shoot him. They shoot him in the first 5 minutes.
Now,
Exactly.
the
And they
savior
were like,
is
it was this chick all
girl
along. You're
that's
like,
shorter.
Yeah.
That's shorter than Linda Hamilton. So
Yes.
if they wanted to do that, they could have
no
they could
offense.
have written it 100 different ways where they could have fit something in there without having to destroy the previous lore. But that's all they want to do now is like, oh, this was a guy. Let's destroy this guy's character. Let's character assassinate anybody else that was around him that anybody liked. So we own the chuds, and then
Yeah. Well, so I will say, so for everybody who craps on Dark Fate or Lord help us, Genesis, the definitely the vagina monologues of the Terminator franchise, but the Dark Fate, Linda Hamilton, everybody was like, wait, she's the one who gave birth, and she cared. And I was like, oh, hold up, all of you who simp for T2, she has that speech where she talks about man doesn't understand, he doesn't know what it's like to create, to actually give life, and all that. Oh, that's in T2. So don't suddenly start denying it when it shows up in other things. No, it's set in T2. That's why it's another reason there's only one Terminator movie. Jacob.
Whatever.
Oh no, he's going full
Yeah.
Billy.
He's gonna
Yeah,
blow.
Billy's
Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Fate was a bit of a twist. I remember seeing it in the theater, and then, like you say, 5 minutes into the film, John Connor's dead. I'm like, wait, what just happened?
I
You
mean,
know?
had they killed the kid from T2, I would have got up and clapped.
Yeah, he's not good.
Sadly, that's not the John Connor they killed.
No.
Right. And just like I said, there's different ways they could have got to the same point without having to character assassinate the other characters and ruin Arnold's character and ruin Lynn Hamilton's character. And like the guy that they got to play the new Terminator, I thought he did all right. He was okay. He wasn't terrible.
He didn't say anything.
Good. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why he was good.
He just walks up. He's like, "Your green card, give it to me." Because remember, there's that whole ice subplot, right?
Yep. Yeah. Then it's got all the So it had all the like tick boxes for whatever message they wanted to send and all this other stuff, instead of just having it be good old fashioned, Jesse Ventura with a minigun.
Yeah.
But nowadays, people don't know how to write. Well, I say don't know how. They do know how to write. Most people nowadays do not have the guts to write good stuff.
I'll go with your first.
Yeah, I'll go with the first part.
I don't think they can.
No.
I think the people that they're hiring to write can't. But there's people out there that can. They're just not getting hired.
Right, but that's the problem. Again, this is the industry is what the industry is, and everybody that complains about what's going on. Oh, if we just got better directors, it was like, unfortunately they have to work for a studio that's populated by people who can't actually do their jobs.
Right,
and those people have been there for a good long time. So everybody with talent are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what happened with Marvel. All the people that were good left.
Right.
Exactly.
Some of them are starting to try and do their own thing, but.
Right, but you still need a studio to back you. So if your work is, let's say, let's pick Iron Man, John Favreau, and then it's like, okay, I'm going to go do something else. He did try to do something else. He tried doing The Mandalorian, and they cut the knees out from under him, and we got
season 3,
and 2, and most of
2 wasn't bad.
2 wasn't that bad.
2 was bad.
2 was fine. No,
I said it wasn't. I said it wasn't that bad.
No, it was still bad.
We're on the sliding
bad.
scale of good.
Yes, it did not have Lizzo and Jack Black.
Correct.
Yes,
it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that is definitely peak.
Wait. So season 2 came out after Boba Fett, right?
No.
4.
Yeah, because you actually have like 2 or 3 episodes of Boba Fett that's actually Mando season 2.5.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was a letdown too. Book of Boba Fett. I expected a lot more, and we got a lot less.
A
whole lot less.
Oh, was that some beauty?
Well, it also doesn't help that like the main Boba Fett actor himself has said, "I didn't like how they portrayed my character." And
well, to be fair, it's also on him because he showed up as Boba Fett, and that's what we got.
Right.
But then, I mean, remember Carl Weathers? I think like his last role was in the Book of Boba Fett.
It was. He was in. It was terrible. They totally dropped the ball on the Baby Rancor. That could have been really cool. You had the Mod Squad or whatever they were.
Yes, on the Vespa speeders. Yeah,
it was terrible. Now I saw the guy that played.
That's a good description of Vespa speeders.
He plays. What's his name? The guy that Tamora, is that his name? He played Boba Fett. He's in Chief of War. He's really good in that.
But he's allowed to be overweight in that.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Well, same with the Namor guy. Namor. Yeah. You know what? I mean, I really don't have that much room to speak about it, but because I'm not like in. 21-year-old shape again.
Yeah, they're also not paying me a few $1 million to be
Right,
in
exactly.
a certain shape.
Yeah.
There are so many things that they could have done that, like with Fennec Shan's character with Ming-Na Wen, and even with the Mandoverse, where you had characters from the Clone Wars, they were established, where you had Katie Sackhoff, and we're like,
Yeah.
she's like, her acting career is like driven off the cliff because she couldn't understand the role. So it's like, what in the heck did they do from Clone Wars to Mando that she's like directionless?
Well,
And
I
it's not
mean,
her fault, because I actually like the Bo-Katan character, but she's not the Mandalorian. And like I say, destroying existing characters, you could still have Mando be the Mandalorian and still have her be Bo-Katan, leader of the Mandalorians, and giving her the black lightsaber. But you
Well-
don't have to destroy him to get there.
yes,
Yeah,
you did.
and well, the thing is, like, when they first introduced her into this live action shit show, they already destroyed her character. Like, they destroyed her character, and then they wanted to build her back up for no reason whatsoever. Like, she was already a great character.
Right.
Right, but they didn't write her, so we have to.
Well,
write
no,
it
they
ourselves.
did in Rebels.
No, they
in
didn't.
Rebels.
No, again, the people that did that show were not the ones that wrote Rebels. Right. Look at the roster of writers and people involved, and it's all different. Right. Rebels was done before the Lucasfilm acquisition, if I recall.
Nope, it was done after.
That was after.
Yeah, George Lucas was still alive.
No, it was when Lucas was.
I mean,
still
not George.
in charge.
I mean, not alive. I mean,
No, so
still owned
Lucas,
it.
the
Still owned it.
acquisition
Disney
happened at
took
the end
over.
of Clone Wars.
Right.
Rebels was Dave Filoni, full Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
But I think to Jay's point, I don't know that Dave Filoni, was he the only writer? I don't
No.
think he was the only writer.
No.
I think he is the only writer, or he took control with Mando, even though you had
Right, but the thing is, the Filoni himself isn't writing most of this. What he's doing is the writers group goes, "Hey, we wrote a thing." And he's like, "Oh, that's cool. I can make that somehow work with the lore. I'll just lie about the lore because I'm a complete simp."
Right, I
And-
think it's like a lot of the Disney shows where you have a room full of writers instead of like one showrunner that understands the characters and what came before. And so I'll use She-Hulk as the example, where you have a room full of people. It's like, oh, well, let's put this in. Oh, that sounds great. Oh, no, let's put this in. Oh, that sounds great too.
Exactly.
We have a red hot mess instead of one person's like, okay, well, here's what happened to, let's say, Bo-Katan. This is what happened to Bo-Katan in Rebels. This is what happened to her in the Clone Wars. So we can't deviate from this character. Here's our motivations. Go. And they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Right,
And I
and
just
I
use
think
Bo-Katan as
that-
an example. You know,
Well, you used to have people that were, okay, showrunner is passionate about show. Dave Filoni is passionate about Dave Filoni's career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he will suck up to whoever is in charge to go ahead and get his career moved forward. But this is a guy that he knows nothing. All
Well,
he'll
and-
do
and-
is go, "Oh, look, that works," and you're like, "What are you talking about?"
Right. And to Eraserhead's point, yeah, I like, as far as Rebels goes, I don't like Bo-Katan in Rebels because they, like, of what they did to her in Rebels. Like, it's one of those things, like, when you have so many different writers' room that don't talk to each other, like Bo-Katan Clone Wars is different than Bo-Katan in Rebels, and then Bo-Katan in Mando is very different. But the thing that frustrates me is a lot of these characters that they try and write into these live action shows, and they forget that they already had like a character arc where they were bad person and then became like a great person at the end of that character arc. And then when they come into these new shows, it's like they're starting from square one all over again. Like, Bo-Katan already had to prove that she could be a leader, and then when the start of Mando comes, she has to prove herself that she can be a leader again. Like, it was unnecessary.
right?
Well, I mean, so you have the problem of, look, we made a cartoon, and I'm sure everybody saw it. I didn't see the cartoon.
I did.
And so that's cool for you. The problem is that when you're appealing to a larger audience, most of them aren't going to see it. It's the same thing that Marvel's having the problem with now. Did you see the 87 D plus shows we had? Hell no, I didn't.
Yeah.
So
That's,
don't
you can't do that.
That's
You
the funny
can't
thing
do
with
that.
Rebels and Clone
You
Wars.
cannot
At least, go ahead,
have
Jacob.
movies that are this long set of how many movies have we had of the Marvels? Marvel movies.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You have to watch
Yeah.
all of them to get what's
Hi,
going
Nat.
on. You
Hi,
can't
Nadia.
you gotta find a way to do it where a movie can stand on its own.
Right.
Well,
It's also why the mistake that so many of these streaming services make is that they hire movie people to make series when series should not be doing that.
Mm.
You know, the idea of TV show is it's a lesser investment for a reason. I mean, unless you're an idiot like people that funded Alien Earth, in which case it costs more than some of the Alien movies to make that steaming pile. But the stop making things in big sequential order and having them be meaningful in the universe. Instead, if you're gonna have a show, do it like Agents of Shield, where it's side characters doing their own thing, and it doesn't affect movies. And if
Well-
it does, and it references it, it's fine. But you didn't have to watch 6 seasons of
Yeah,
TV
right.
show to get what the hell is going on.
That's what the funny thing is with the Bo-Katan character, because the Rebels and Clone Wars were on Disney's cable channel. What was it, Disney Junior or whatever? I don't even remember what it was called. The character was already developed on television in animation.
Mhm.
So you have television to television. So I agree with you. You don't need the crossover with movies. That's what makes this, like, to Eraserhead's point, so lame, is that you already had an established character in the television environment. You simply went to live action, and like say you throw a hero's arc on her. No, why wouldn't you continue the arc where she was? Now maybe you can still make her a hero, but it's so disjointed that
Right,
watching
but
season 3, it was just, I only made it to 4 episodes.
the thing about like TV shows that then spun off other TV shows. So if you ever watched Frasier, I didn't have to watch all of all the seasons of Cheers
Correct.
in order to
Correct.
understand what the hell was going on. Right. In
Mhm.
fact, there was very little reference because what was happening was outside the fucking bar. And so if you're going to have, I'm going to do Bo-Katan in a different series, okay, then have her be a side character that just happens to come by,
Yes.
and I don't have to know it one way or the other.
Yeah,
Or it's about shit that didn't happen in Rebels and can stand on its own.
Well, that goes to
Also,
the earlier
stop
comment about
making
television.
sequential TV. Start making it episodic the way God intended it to.
That goes to the earlier comment about there aren't good writers in Hollywood anymore, because
Right.
what you just mentioned would be like All in the Family and then the Jeffersons.
Right.
Mhm.
That I didn't need. I mean, yeah, you did. I need to know that George Jefferson was the next door neighbor to Archie Bunker. Well, it's cool to know, but I don't need it to watch the Jeffersons.
Right.
It's
Right.
its own standalone show.
Wait.
And if I have that knowledge,
George
then
Jefferson
cool.
was a neighbor of
Yeah.
next to
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was a
That's-
crossover. There were
That's
several
who he
crossover
lived
episodes.
next to before he moved on up to the east side.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Got it.
Uh-huh.
Before he made it big.
Mhm.
Yep.
Right.
But you don't have it now. Like
That's
Jay
right,
said,
Levy.
everything's linear now. Well, I did this. I have to go
Yeah,
A,
linear.
B, C, and it's poor writing. You don't have to do that. And
Right.
I think Bo-Katan would have been better served, as Jay said, as an ancillary character to the Mandalorian. That
Mhm.
maybe you create a spin-off show from that, like you would have done for the Cara Dune character, where, hi, I'm just passing through, and maybe that's how you get her the black lightsaber, and now maybe you create a separate not a Mandalorian series, but a series about Mandalore with her trying to reconstitute what's left of the Mandalorian race. That
Right.
might have
Well,
been
that's what I
interesting.
originally thought, like, that the Mandalorian series was going to be about. So, like, way back when they first announced it, I was still upset about Disney acquiring whatever, but I was hopeful for the Mandalorian show. My thought was, when they first announced it was going to be a 3-way battle for the title of Mandalore, and it was going to be between Bo-Katan, Boba Fett, and this new Mandalorian character people were talking about.
Wow.
Because that made the most freaking sense to me, because Boba Fett has a justifiable claim to the title of Mandalore. Bo-Katan also has a certifiable claim to the title of Mandalore. And I thought that maybe this third Mandalorian was going to do that. And they kind of tried to do, like, they hinted at that when
I
they
think
gave Din
Favreau
Djarin.
had a lot of good ideas, and they were taken away from him.
Yeah, I think so, because like I think that's what it was hinted at, that going in that direction when they gave Din the dark saber, because it's like, well, is he gonna battle Bo-Katan? And then they brought in Boba Fett. It's like, well, Boba Fett might actually want to be Mandalore, because he could, like, he has a claim to it.
Boba Fett is busy being digested in the pit of the Sarlacc. Stop it. Oh, except the book of Boba Fett goes, nah, it's fine, bro.
It's fine, bro. I'm the king of Tatooine.
If you don't have the mask of the Mandalore, you're not Mandalore.
Yeah, the idea, especially like the first couple of episodes of The Mandalorian, was actually, this is going to be a smart movie, not one that goes, hey, everybody that saw Rebels, we're going to make a series for the subset of people that are going to watch this, a vanishingly small number, and just go, people that like Star Wars, remember bounty hunters? We're going to actually cover a bounty hunter doing bounty hunter shit, right? Like Westerns used to do all the time. And that's not what we got.
Nope.
Sorry, folks, for us going on a tangent, but like, anytime Star Wars or Lord of the Rings is brought up, it happens.
It's a logical connection from Predator to these things because of how good the movie was. And then you start talking about how things have gone downhill and how things should be better, but they got worse, like the later Predator movies, and then how that ties in to how people's careers started failing and what they've been in. And that got us on to Star Wars because that's failing. And how all the writing is bad. But one thing is that first season of The Mandalorian, it hit with the normies. Everyone was saying this.
Everyone loved it.
And it was actually cool. And you had, what was it? IG-88 was a good character.
Yeah.
It was IG-11 and
you brought him back after he blew up in the lava. That was great,
And
somehow he's like Palpatine. Somehow he returned.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is if you didn't know that much about Star Wars lore, the show was okay. But then they just went ahead and ruined it. Like it got worse and worse. Although they did do the thing with Luke, and that was huge, right? When
that was the Boba Fett.
No. Well,
I was pretty sure that was the Boba
so
Fett.
they brought Luke in on that it was that episode, last episode. That's the Mandalorian, and then in Book of Boba Fett
then they
just
actually
check
go
on him.
to visit. No, then they go to visit Luke and get Grogu back.
Yep.
That's Boba Fett. Remember, Boba Fett is somehow we had the Mandalorian doing.
But my point was that
back.
What I would do
he appeared on the ship and he was killing the death bots.
Yeah, that's Mando. That's Mando. Yep.
And you saw the people's reactions, right? For a brief 40 seconds, they recaptured Star Wars.
They didn't. What they did was they jangled keys. Everybody goes, "Oh, I remember saying."
But that's what I mean. Is there was like a tiny spark there, and there were people that were like I saw. I mean, a lot of them were just like farmers or farmers, whatever you want to call it, that were literally crying. But there were people that were literally happy to see him, and it was like a big moment. But
because we hadn't seen him on that
right.
I thought
like
it was a
in
cool
that
ending to season 2. I mean,
we hadn't seen him in like what almost like 50 years.
Right.
No, that's not true. You saw him in movies. He was shit in those movies, but he was in them.
But he turned around, right? They turned around and ruined it immediately after. They took what that spark that they had, and they were let's just extinguish it.
And see, I wonder if that's when the powers that be at Disney decided
they did.
You realize what Jon Favreau was trying to accomplish. And it's like, no, we can't have you do that.
Right.
And
these
so
are hard
episode. You have that episode in season 3 where he, as a, what is it? He's a trooper or whatever. He gets killed. I think that's kind of reading between the lines. Is like that's where he kind of gave up on the show.
Yeah. It's right after that one spark. Absolutely, the powers that be were like, we don't like that he is kind of outshining us. So we got to basically just shoot him in the foot.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing that should be aware, despite everybody wanting to constantly live in their childhood and go, "Oh, do you remember the thing? Yeah, I remember the thing. I hope they make 80 movies about the thing I loved." Don't do that, because then you get the Predator, and Prey, and Killer of Killers, and God help us, Badlands,
and Prey Indians.
Yeah, pray it ends, please.
The problem
But this is the
it
thing: is that
could have been
there were
good.
too many things that were made, and they had logical endings. And because we have man babies that refuse to go, you know what? The past is the past, and it's time to move forward. No, I need a reminder of things. I must have my nostalgia hit. Let me just shoot it into my main veins. Let's go ahead and let's have more Predator. Let's have more Terminator. Let's not, please, dear God.
Yeah.
And please stop
Too
making
much.
alien movies.
No, Jay, they'll never stop making alien movies. They want you to see them.
I mean, Noah Hawley might single-handedly end it on TV with Alien Earth.
Oh yeah, that I
Oh,
watched
yeah.
one episode and then I quit. It was so terrible.
I had to watch that entire series, and I
Oh.
shared my rage with everyone because I had to watch that.
Now,
Wow,
one thing
science.
that it's too late now, but what I would have liked to have seen was a King Conan.
Mhm.
Movie.
Yeah.
Have to get going.
That story could have logically been carried on. Although after the second movie was so bad.
Yeah, the Destroyer.
Yeah, it was just so.
I mean, you had
campy.
Wilt Chamberlain. What more do you want? But the problem is that the only way that I would watch a Conan movie is if John Milius is involved, and sadly he can't be anymore. So
Exactly.
just
Yeah.
let it die.
Anyway, I have to get going, guys. But thanks for having me on, Jacob.
Now that we've pulled that booger out,
Yeah.
we can end it.
I hope
So-
Sarge isn't leaving to go
Yes.
do that. That's terrible.
No, I'm not.
Okay, all right.
I have to make lunch for tomorrow.
Okay,
But
sir,
also-
you got to go. So you go ahead and got anything you want to plug?
Sure. Tomorrow I'll be bringing folks on to talk about Blade from Marvel in general.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Be sure to follow me on my channel in case any of you like to join me again for certain streams I've got coming up too. Thanks
Yeah,
again
if-
for having me.
If Eraserhead's still there,
He already
share
paid.
the links. Oh, he did. He did.
Mhm.
Good.
Thank you, Eraserhead.
Yep. And thanks for coming on. Good to have you on, man.
Yeah. Take care.
Yep, you do.
Good seeing you, Sarge.
Alrighty, Shieldwall. What do you got?
All right. Thanks for having me on. Great discussion. We kind of tangent a little bit there at the end, but again, it all connects back to Predator somehow.
That's right.
Yeah. Great movie. Great panel tonight. Great chat. Thanks for everybody being here. Let's see what I got coming up on Thursday. I'm going to be on Roman of the Empire's channel, and we will be discussing. What are we discussing?
Favorite horror movies? Which?
Oh yeah, our favorite horror movies.
Have we already done that? I mean,
No, well, that was in each genre. This is in all genres. You know what I mean? So the goblins and monsters and like werewolves, and we talked specifically about each type of movie. But now we can have a favorite movie just in a broad spectrum, and that is for Halloween. Could be animated, could be a musical, if there's such a thing. So it's a broader scope of discussion than what we had before, which was more narrow on each type of movie's kind. So it's your absolute top pick favorite movie of all time for Halloween. So that's what we will be discussing. That's 5 Pacific Standard Time, if I can talk. Pacific Standard Time. And so, yeah, please tune in for that over on Roman of the Empire's channel. That'll be fun. And then I haven't thought that far ahead. I'm getting a new computer, so I got to hook all that stuff up. So hopefully I have internet and everything for that stream.
Cool. And next week is X-Files. So.
Yeah.
Mando.
Hi. I will probably be on my channel tomorrow, hopefully, if my computer holds up. Then on Roman's show Thursday. And then I'll probably be doing some more Pathfinder on Sunday, rolling the dice, sailing the seas. For some reason, we're just stuck in an underwater cave. we still have the Manticore. He's also swimming with us. It's great. I'm still the captain.
About the Manticore.
Yeah, he's with us, and we're all swimming, and it's great.
They're keeping Mando underwater to try and reduce the arson risk.
Yes. Keep that fire down.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Goodwin, what do you got?
Oh, let's see. I know that Thursday I've got Gooch's Kaiju number 8, and then Friday on Niat's channel we're doing the Ritual for movie nights with Niat. After that, who the hell knows? I know we're doing the Predator on Masculine Monday this coming Monday. So
And you'll get to watch it again.
I will. I assure you I will.
Such a travesty.
I know. Oh no, this twisted my arm. That was terrible.
Gamer, what do you got?
Friday, I should be on Friday Night Shite with Trev Retro. Then later Friday evening, I'll be doing some wrenching on B-sides. And then next week, Tuesday, I'll be watching this movie again with Trev Retro on Just Great Movies.
Oh, we have to suffer so much.
I know. I'll watch it again. And I'll be sitting there like, gosh, darn it. Why?
Oh, why?
A pain.
Oh,
pain.
no.
Why have I earned this karma? What have I done?
Pain.
So for me, tomorrow I will have my show All in the Mix. And it's kind of a birthday stream for me. So, and we'll be
What do you mean kind of?
What?
Is it your actual birthday?
Well, it's a few days before my birthday.
Oh, so it is kind of.
Oh, so you're
Like
doing
birthday
the
weekend.
girl thing.
Oh, so yeah.
Birthday
Jacob gone full woman. He got birthday
Well, I
week
know.
now.
What
Yeah.
does that mean?
Birthday week. You know it, Mando.
No, that's a birthday month.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's
yeah,
up to me. I could just forget my entire birthday altogether.
tomorrow we'll be going over, what is it? The Goonies and the Monster Squad.
Wolfman got nerds.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, we'll be going over that tomorrow. And then I'll be on Roman's show. And then X-Files next week.
Excellent.
There we go. So yeah, that was a fun stream. I had fun discussing that movie.
I mean, if you're not having fun with the Predator, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. What's wrong with you? So yeah, thanks to the panel. Had a great panel. Thanks to the chat for hanging, and we'll see y'all next week. Have a good one, everybody.
Toodaloo.
I'm gonna have me some fun. I'm gonna chew me some gum. Get drunk on rum. Hot dogs and buns.
Hot dogs and buns.
All I can say, McKay, is you take a hell of a long time to say goodbye.
Well, so long. So long.
See you around, Burton.
Never can tell.
Good boy.
Happy trails, Hans.
Say goodbye.
Good boy.
Goodbye, bro.
Goodbye, Arab.
Goodbye, Northman.